Hello everybody, it's Christine. It is time for day 7 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. It's series 13. Today's sketch looks like Fiddle Dee Designs. It says the lily pad. I'm not really sure. It says created by Cheryl Ashcraft. So that's an interesting combination of names there. But what we have is a striped paper with these 2 half circles here. It shows 4 photos. I call this kind of a feminine layout. There's a lot of little flowers and things like that, but there's also this mixed media back there. You could easily use like gears or something like that if you wanted to do more masculine. It's got a lot going on. So what I have picked out, I'm kind of goofy. I had planned all my kits and things in advance, right? I had pulled all my papers out, pulled all my pictures out and everything. Well, I pulled out day 7 and I've got this August 2023 kit, which I had used day before yesterday as well. But I only had 1 picture in there, which I don't understand why I had to do that when there's 4 pictures shown, at least 4. Or, I mean, you can always, do less, but I had just done I'm like, what the heck, Christine? So I got back on my phone, and what I decided to do, because the kit is kind of summer-based, my daughter had gone to New York and done some modeling the summer of 2017, I guess it was. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to grab a few of these modeling pictures. I think I can use all 4. If not, I'll go to 3 and then use maybe a little square embellishment or something in the bottom. But I'm pretty sure I can use this one. And then probably these 2 as my horizontals up there. I got to figure out how I'm going to crop these to make it work, because it shows 2 different size horizontals here. So that's okay. I'm going to mess around with that. I did find this little stripe paper here in here. It's got a little bit thicker stripes than on the sketch here. But I think I already used, the only other one I had that was a stripe, and y'all, Saturn is all up in here. She wants her treat today, is this black one. And I think that's too harsh. So I'm going to go with this one here. So that's what I'm starting with, is this guy. Now I have to do my halvesies, my half circles here. I got to figure that out. And I hadn't done that, so I got to get into that. And then, of course, there's this mixed media. So that lends toward more of a tone-on-tone or monochrome or solid cardstock or something. So let me do a little bit of digging, and I'll be back on in a second. Okay, y'all, quick check-in. I had to go get a bowl because my Creative Memory circular cutter that I would normally use was it's less than 12 inches, because I think obviously their intent is for you to cut inside a 12 by 12. Well, if you remember, or I can show you on this printed out piece here, it kind of goes outside the 12 by 12, right? So I went off. This is still, honestly, not 100% the right size, but I think I can maybe, I don't know. I'm going to see about it, because I'm thinking I can come around here and make this work. I hope. That's my goal, because I don't think I have anything bigger. I may have to go look and make sure, but that's the biggest, I think the biggest bowl I had. I don't have like a platter, so you know what? We got to get creative sometimes. So that's what I'm going to do for my bowl. And then I pulled out this Lindy Stamp Gang's Cotton Candy Pink. I think it's what I'm going to use for the mixed media on here. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to map my photos or anything with. So, but that's where I'm at. Be back in a second. Okay, gang. So what I've done is I took my little bowl, and it wasn't the full page. I kind of showed you guys. And I used a pencil, and I kind of angled it to make it be out farther. And then I realized it was too far out. And so I took a ruler and came in, I think like 3/4 of an inch, and kind of just made a circle with the marks. Now on the other side, I did basically the same thing, only I brought it down to the corners, and then I'm almost messed up right here, y'all. I'm following my little line. The first line I went, oh shoot, that's not where I meant to go. Meant to go to the outside. So that was almost a boo-boo, y'all, but it's okay, because that gets covered up with embellishments. But yeah, that was almost a boo-boo. And I almost boo-boo a different kind of way. So you see the left-hand side there, it's actually off to the side. It's out. What am I going to say? It's off the 12-inch page. I've pushed it off probably a good inch or something, because I was making sure that I had enough space between the 2 circle parts. So I'm going to actually now go ahead and do the mixed media here. I'm going to do this Lindy Stamp Gang, and I'm going to be using my little silicone mat here on my new mat. And I'm going to use just basically the packaging technique, and that's not fancy or nothing. Y'all seen me do that 1,000 times. So I'll start it, and then I'm going to cut away, because you don't really have to watch me do the whole thing. But I'm going to do both sides. I will be honest and tell you, it is not easy to see. I mean, you can see it if you're looking at it in real life, because you can see kind of the pink shimmer. You're not going to be able to see it real good on the the film, I'm trying to say the camera here. You can kind of see it there. It's not terrible. And then I do take some white Mr. Huey's Opaque, and I'll put that on here, although, looking at that now, I can't even hardly see it, so I don't know if that was worth it. I don't think I get enough off my wand sometimes. I might need to think about a bit, maybe using some water and some other paint or something like that. Well, anyway, so now I'm going to glue this down, right? So also the other thing I needed to do, and I forgot to do before I glued them down, was scuff the edges. So I have done the right-hand side because I remembered I glued it down and was, oh, shoot, I want to scuff the edges. And on the left-hand side, I do basically the same thing. So I have to scuff the edges. I don't know why I just couldn't remember. I didn't remember to do it. And until I glued it down, I'm like, oh, shoot, I got to remember to scuff the edge of that thing. So I do that. And then I start kind of dry fitting my pictures. I'm like, okay, where do my pictures need to go? Well, y'all, if you can tell, I have yet to trim off that excess paper on the left-hand side, and I almost mess up, and I'm gluing my pictures down. I actually even glue my pictures down. I'm going to dry fit them first and kind of see where things are going to go. And I did end up with all 4 pictures, by the way. I ended up with and I did go ahead and mount them on white cardstock. The one in the lower left down there, it's going to get a little more beefing up. Initially, I just have it on some white cardstock, but I will end up beefing it up. And then I decided my title was going to be A Model Summer. A little bit of a play on words there. And y'all, I lied to you too. I said this collection was a summer collection. Technically, it's Sunshine and Lemonade. The summer one I was thinking of was actually, I think, July. And I went and grabbed that summer because I was looking for that summer title. I knew specifically that was in there, and I realized I was in the wrong kit. But they both go together, so it was perfect. It didn't matter, not one bit. That is where I realized, y'all, I had gone off the side there and forgot to trim this off. Because I'd stuck them freaking pictures down there, and I was like, oh, shoot, that's not right. I got to fix that. Thankfully, I didn't glue nothing. Y'all, that would have been horrible if I'd done that whole layout and then realized I was too wide. That would have hurt my feelings real bad. So here's where I'm just kind of trying to, again, I've got glue on these now, so it's not technically dry fitting. It's actually sticking it down. And I kind of mess with this just a little bit because I want my title to be just above that right-hand photo, kind of like her sketch. And I need the other pictures to kind of show. In my right picture, the horizontal is bigger than the one on the sketch, so it's not going to go in the same place. And y'all, I do not have near the journaling in any way, shape, or form that she had on that sketch. Her sketch allowed for like a really nice long story. And if I thought about it, I probably would have, I thought about it, but I didn't feel like doing it. I would have typed it all out and kind of printed it out and stuff like that. But I don't do that usually. I might regret that when I'm old and looking back and going, what was that or what was that? I try to do enough documentation that I know what it is, but I just didn't want to do that much journaling. So my picture being a little bit bigger was a little bit by design, so I could come down. Anyway, now I'm going to stick my little summer on here, and then I'm going to do a model, and I'm going to cut away, so you don't need to watch me just put these little gold foil letters down there. They're just gold foil letters. So the summer came from the previous kit. These came from this kit here. All right, so I've got my model summer, and I've also kind of gone through and picked out a bunch of little ephemera pieces and some chipboard stuff. So this chipboard frames here, she had like little arrows underneath that picture there, and I don't have little arrows or nothing like that. So I thought, I'll just use some chipboard frames. So I lift those up. I'm going to actually end up cutting those so that they're not poking up under the picture in a minute. But for the moment, I'm just trying to figure out where I want stuff. So in the upper right corner, I did pick out that it says, have a zest for life. I really love that because she really kind of does. And then I just kind of picked a few little random pieces. There's a little thing that says premium quality lemonade or whatever. Now, I'm going to find a little ice cream sundae in a minute. And you may think, well, why in the world would you use that? Well, she actually worked at a little ice cream place there for a little bit. I wasn't too happy with that, if I'm honest. She was 18 or 19. And it was kind of late at night. She didn't get off till like 2 o'clock in the morning. I didn't care for that, but, she did what she had to do, I guess. Anyways, so I've got in the upper left corner. Now, those actually do not stay where they're at. They kind of come down, but there's a camera and there's a little circle with a heart on it. I wanted the cameras on here on purpose, though, because I do have that pink camera in the upper right corner, too. It's kind of got a shine on it right now because it is chipboard, and it's got a little coating on it, so it's got a little shine, but that's a camera. And I did that on purpose because, of course, it's modeling pictures. I find these two little phrases. One says this was a great idea, and the other one says last summer days. And I kind of like those, and I stick those there kind of to allude to the journaling, even though it's not technically my journaling. I stick a little strawberry flowery thing back behind there. I just built that out like y'all, that's the other thing. It looks kind of like rosettes, right, on her sketch. No, I'm not doing rosettes. Nope, not doing rosettes. I do still have some from Miss Tara. She sent me a little pack, but it didn't match my colors here at all. I kind of poked around. It just wasn't going to work. So no rosettes, y'all. But I went with that circular element with the zest for life. And the lower left down there, I really didn't have any other I do some little circular elements in some of the places. So the lower left, I did the little square frame over the tiny little picture. I did mount it all on like a little tag looking thing. And then I've got like a little floral and some chipboard pieces and down there. And on the right-hand side, I added another little chipboard frame underneath that picture and added the time to be happy is now and another little camera down there. I really like the fact that there was cameras in here. That really worked out nicely. I think I'm putting enamel dots down now. Those were actually in a bowl on my desk. They did not come with this collection. I just looked over and I was like, oh, I have a little bowl of enamel dots. And that is all I'm going to do the layout, y'all. I actually think this turned out really cute. I'm really happy with it. I've got 4 little pictures. They're from all different things. Actually, one of them's a selfie, if I'm honest. But she looks so pretty. Y'all, I got a scam phone call. And when that happens, it shuts off my recording. And that really aggravates me. Anyways, go ahead and do the like and subscribe thing if y'all are still hanging in here because I'm a hot mess today. And don't forget to check out the playlist because there's a lot of people playing along and all the good stuff. So we will see you tomorrow. Bye.